Rebecca.
Yes.
It's the day before Thanksgiving.
It is.
Oh my goodness. My goodness.
It
And let me
is.
tell you, I have been out running around. I have been trying to get my last minute things for Thanksgiving. Not that I'm doing anything big. It's just my mother, my sister, and me. But
Oh, we're doing something big.
oh, y'all always do big stuff. You guys always do big stuff. But you know, we're starting to do a segment, and we talked about this the last time we were on. But once a month, we're going to feature Houston fast moving and quickly rising entrepreneurs and creatives that are really making their mark on the scene here in Houston, in our community. And I have two of them today, Rebecca. You don't know who they are yet, but I know who. Well, you know who one of them is. But listen, got to tell you this. This recommendation came from none other than our wonderful niece. We call her. That's our adopted niece, Tiffany Scales.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
big shout out to Tiffany.
Shout out to Tiffany. But listen, Tiffany said, you've got to feature one of my clients who is phenomenal with comfort food. And I said, Tiffany, what are you talking about? And she said, let me just text you her information. And when I first saw the logo, I said, this has got to be good. Because talk about to the point. But I want to introduce you to none other than catering phenom, shooting star, Miss Jennifer Autry from Hit the Spot Catering. And give her a hand. You're my clapping track, Rebecca. Yay!
Yeah, because we don't have
And
a
there
clap
she
track.
is. There she is. Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening. Sorry about the glare on the glasses, but
Oh, that is quite all right. Hey, Jennifer, first of all, we want to apologize for kind of jumping in here as late as we did, but we had a couple of technical issues, but every blue moon they happen. But
yes, they do.
yes, but I wanted to get you on here because when you sent me these pictures of your food and Rebecca, look at these portions. Let's look at this.
Oh my God, is that chicken?
I think that's right. But that is.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna have to order something from you.
Yes, and Rebecca, I'm gonna kind of. I don't want to defer this to you, but you know that you are the foodie.
Yes, I am.
And we got to get to know Jennifer a little bit because we have got to get a really good idea of what her specialties are, how long she's been in this business, if it was hard getting into the business. So, Rebecca, where do you even want to start?
Oh my God.
Well, Jennifer, first of all, are you a Houston native? Now, I saw that shirt when you sent it to me, so I kind of know. Please tell me a little bit about your business.
Okay, well, no, I'm not a Houston, and I'm a transplant.
Okay.
I'm actually from Mobile, Alabama. I moved to Houston in 2012, July of 2012. So I've been here 12 years.
Okay.
So yes.
And well, we like to say you're not from Houston, but you got here as quick as you could.
I did.
So what made you come to Houston?
What
was it about Houston that said, I'm packing up from Mobile and I'm coming to Texas?
Well, I actually have immediate family here. And my son at the time was about to start high school and he wanted to live in a bigger place. He wanted to be in a big city. So we packed up and moved. Here we are.
So what were the culinary arts always a part of your plan? Did you want to have your own catering company as a child? How did your dream manifest itself?
Well, actually, I was a police officer for about 18 years, but I've always cooked. Both of my grandmothers and my great grandmother were transplants to Mobile from various parts of Mississippi. So I learned how to cook at an early age, and it seemed like the older I got, the more cooking I did for my family. So I enjoy cooking, and I like to gather and cook for my friends. And I got into a situation of dire straits, and I was like, "There's got to be something I can do to make money."
I hear you.
And I was like, I can, I'll try to cook. So I started selling plates, and I took some of that money, and I started with 6 hot dogs. Did that, it
Wow.
basically, a friend of mine donated me some hot dogs and hot dog buns and said, do something with it. So I ended up selling uh, six loaded hot dogs with a bag of chips for $5. I made $30. I bought some leg quarters, potatoes, and beans, and I made $10 barbecue plates. I sold 19. I ate the last one.
And you
I,
did look
I, yes, I ate the last one. So I made $190, and I flipped that when got my DBA and flipped that into Hit the Spot Catering.
Well, Jennifer, tell me this. Where did the name Hit the Spot come from? That is quite a unique name. And to me, when I think about it, it's like very much to the point. Because when I
Right.
look at your food, you have comfort food.
Yes.
That's what we
Well,
can.
actually, a friend of mine used to own a nightclub, and she allowed me to come in as a vendor.
Right.
I was still learning, and I didn't even have a name. And she was like, "Well, what are you going to call your business?" So we were out there. We were like, "I don't know." It's kind of, we were just kind of playing around with different phrases, different words. And my son said, "Hit the spot,"
Wow. And it's
and I
stuck.
was like, "Hey, hit the spot catering." So that's how it came up.
Well, Jennifer, let me ask you this. And I know you've probably been asked this before, but what has been your most unusual request from a client to cater? Have you had some weird stuff? Because I know when you get to the big city, people ask for some crazy stuff. But you know what? It's funny how we learn to roll with it and
Yeah.
just deliver. What's
Well, actually, I haven't had anything too crazy. But I did have a friend ask for pork chop strips. I'm like, "Sir, I
Sir.
can, I can cut this pork chop up for you, no problem.
Oh, you
But
look at you, so gracious. Because I
yeah,
wouldn't take
I can cut it up, no problem." But I haven't.
so so he didn't want any bones in the pork chops.
Right, he just wanted all meat cut up in strips, and he wanted some cheese on it, but I didn't have cheese at the time,
Oh my goodness.
so that
Okay.
was kind of weird. But you know,
Well, what do you consider to be your specialty? When people think of Hit the Spot, what immediately comes to mind for them? I saw a lot of different things, and I think I saw fried fish. And we're gonna make sure, Jennifer, we're gonna make sure that we get all of this up in your ad. But those are fried. Are those fried pork chops?
girl.
yes,
I'm looking
ma'am.
at and you have a
Oh,
platter
them
with shrimp,
shrimp
shrimp
and
and
chicken.
chicken.
Surf and serve.
Oh
Yes,
my!
ma'am.
So
Yeah.
that's what they want. Or what is your specialty?
Well, I would generally just say fried foods because I've done a lot of cooking at nightclubs and bars, and people want that when they're
Yeah.
coming out of the club. They want that fried food and finger food, and
Up that alcohol.
they start. And a lot of people don't do pork chops, and my pork chops when are when I started they were like super big, and
Wow.
they started calling me the pork chop lady. So I guess it started out as the pork chop lady, but my wings and fish and shrimp and things. I even have a fish and shrimp taco.
Oh my goodness.
It's just the fried foods in general. They do pretty well. I do a lot of I'll help out with fundraisers and do fish fries. When we selling fish plates, you know how we do in the community. Um, I do a lot of fish. The fish is very popular as well.
Yes. Now, do you do mostly informal gatherings, or do you do formal things too? Weddings and
Um,
what do you prefer?
I've done a small wedding. I've done graduation parties, birthday parties, repasses. It's whatever. I'll come to your house and set up in your backyard, and if you want to,
Okay.
do a fish fry at the house, I'll come set up in the backyard and do that.
Reunions?
Yeah, if it's something I can't do, I'll say it. I'll let you know. But I just got a call about an hour ago. A young man is graduating, and he wants a decent menu. Nothing too extravagant. I'm sure I'll take care of that for you.
That's awesome.
I try not to go too big because I'm pretty much by myself. I do have friends and family that will step in and help me, but I'm kind of like updating some things, you know, with my business that where I can expand and do a little bit more. So I'm trying to stay in my lane a little bit as far as the catering.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I like I said, I can go. I've traveled all the way back home and catered events. You know, I do a lot of camping, and so we're doing a lot of cooking out on the campsites, and we're boiling and barbecuing, and you know, it's just everything. So I just love to cook, and I do everything from boiling, barbecuing, frying. You know, I don't bake, you know, desserts and stuff like that, but when it comes to food, I try to do my best.
Well, you know what? We are sitting right in the middle of the holiday season. And I know that there are a lot of people who are still getting together some of the events that they want to do.
Hmm.
But Rebecca is going to ask you something that I know that everybody is wondering.
Do you still have available dates for the holidays?
Actually, I have turkeys I'm marinating right now, so I just got a call today. I fried one before y'all called. I,
Good.
I'm gonna have to keep that one. The wing came up missing. I don't.
It flew away.
One of the wings
It flew
came
away.
up missing. So I'm gonna keep that one, but I have an order for one in the morning. I have two more turkeys that I can fry up. But you know, if it's not too large, any last minute thing, maybe a side or something, and, you know, I can accommodate someone on that. But I'm really kind of relaxing right now because it's so late in the game as far as for Thanksgiving.
How about for Christmas?
Christmas,
Yeah,
New
they-
Year's
Oh yeah, for Christmas,
Day,
most definitely.
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day,
Ma'am.
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
No, I'm actually it'll have to be before Christmas. I'm going back to Mobile for Christmas through New Year, so that'll be my little vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves to rest.
I
Well,
need to
Jennifer,
rest.
let me ask you this. Now, I told you we had a couple of technical difficulties, but we're going to make sure that when we get this edited, we're going to have all of your dishes. People got to see that food, okay? People got to see that food. But we're going to have those dishes very prominent in there. But let me ask you this: if someone wanted to reach out to you for open dates and availability, how would they go about doing that? Do you go through social media or strictly through a contact number? How would they reach you?
I'm easily accessible. I'm actually under my name on Facebook. I also have a Hit the Spot Catering HTX on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay,
I my cell number. I still have my Alabama area code because I have older family members, and you know they don't want to
that's
switch
right.
numbers too much. So
Yeah, that's right.
I, you know, that's 251-716-3488.
Okay,
So yeah, I'm easily accessible. Just reach out to me any social media outlet.
awesome, awesome. And can you repeat that number to me one more time, Jennifer?
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and post that.
It's 251-716
It's the number that
34.
I have.
Ma'am.
It's the number that I have.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's my personal cell. Yeah,
okay,
two
well,
five one 716 3488.
okay.
I
Well,
prefer, you know, if they can't text me first, the name and stuff, so I can call back and we can have a discussion.
Well, do you? Well, you said something I think that's very important. Do you take special requests? Like if someone says, "Well, I want a," do you do things like down here in Texas? I'm sure you hear this all the time. Do you do things like crawfish boils and shrimp boils and that kind of stuff?
I can, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, that's that Southern food.
Yes, ma'am.
I got to ask you one more question. Let me ask you this: Mobile, Alabama, definitely considered the South. Houston, Texas, considered the South. But it's been our experience that the food is different. We didn't grow up with things like shrimp and grits. That wasn't a
Mhm.
Texas thing.
Well, I actually didn't grow up on shrimp and grits either. It
You
was fish
was
and
fish
grits where I'm
grits,
from. It's
right?
fish and grits.
Because my dad is from Florida, and they used to have fish and grits
We
every
didn't do
morning.
anything like that here. Grits
Yeah.
grits were strictly breakfast food, and you do that with sausage or bacon and eggs. That was a
Right.
breakfast food though.
Well,
But
I actually have a one of my friends. I look at her as a mentor. Uh, I was helping her out at a brunch, and she had the shrimp and grits. This is one of when I my early years here, and I was like, okay, shrimp and grits. It wasn't nothing that I was like shocked about, but wasn't anything that I grew up on. So
exactly.
the way she was making them, and she had pre-cooked the grits and refrigerated them and into blocks and fried them, and
No.
I was just wow, like okay, they doing some extra stuff with grits over here in Texas.
Yes. Is she
So,
from the South?
ma'am,
Was she from the South?
yeah, she's from Louisiana.
Wow.
So I've learned from a lot of different people along the way, as far as when I decided to make this an actual business, that I needed to learn some new things, learn some things of how learn how things are done here, in this region, and learn different tricks of the trade. So I'm always learning. Like I said, I didn't grow up on shrimp and grits, but
Me either. Me either.
a lot of things are just by your imagination. You can pretty much make it up and do what you want to with it. Food is so fun. It's not so complex to where you can't make something good by doing it a different way. Like I took a recipe I saw on TikTok to make my fish tacos,
Wow.
but I changed a couple of ingredients and switched a couple of things around and made it my own.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so I mean, it's just fun to be creative with food, and like to for people to enjoy what they're eating. So
That's awesome.
Girl, I'm sitting up here looking at these wings, and my mouth is watering from a picture.
Because it would hit the spot. But
Oh my
Jennifer,
goodness.
Audrey, thank you so
you're
much
welcome.
for
Thank
coming
you.
on. And we are gonna, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get that edited, drop in all those pictures. And I had a comment. Somebody texted me and asked me this. This is the first time I've gotten this question. But do you, if a couple or a group wants to come out and have a cooking class, can you accommodate that? For
Now I've
some-
never thought about doing that. I don't consider myself a chef, so I consider myself,
They looking at your food.
You
So
own a
I mean,
business, a cooking business. You are a chef.
I, no, I don't consider myself a chef because just because I can put a Band-Aid on, that doesn't make me a doctor. But I respect the profession enough to where if someone has earned the right to call themselves a chef, I respect that. Now, do I know how to cook and can I burn? Yes, ma'am.
okay.
I do the best that I can, and I'll leave it at that. But
Yes.
I do have some dates I would like to drop,
Okay.
and also my location. Right now, I'm permanent at the Emancipation Food Truck Park, right
Yeah.
there at 2311 Winburn
Okay.
Street, at Winburn and Emancipation.
Okay.
And I have some dates here that we have some events coming up, and more than welcome to come by and come check me out.
Awesome.
That's where I'll be. So on Tuesday, December 3rd, I'm actually partnering with Tiffany to do a fundraiser benefit for
Okay.
some nonprofits, including Pride Houston 365.
Okay.
That's going to be from 4 to 9 on December the 3rd.
Okay.
And on December the 5th, same location at the Emancipation Food Truck Park, we're going to have the Karaoke Soul Booster Club.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be from 7:30 to 10 on that Thursday evening.
Okay.
And on December 7th, that Saturday, I'm hosting a holiday pop-up with different merch vendors, and there'll be a few food trucks there, and different merchandise vendors. Just have a pop-up on Saturday, December 7th, and that will be from noon to 6.
Okay.
And on Sunday, we have the unit band playing live at the Emancipation Food Truck Park. So we do Sunday brunch over there. It's pretty nice. It's a good vibe, good adult atmosphere. Just if you can come by, even if you don't buy anything from me, just come by and check it out. Maybe you'll buy something the next time, or bring some friends. Bring a chair, because it's a nice outdoors, it's nice share space where you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy a day.
I have been there many times. But Jennifer, Thank you so much for coming on, and charge it to our head and not to our heart, or the other way around. I don't know how to say that, but for having to pop on, kind of having those technical difficulties, but we're gonna get all that up for you. Jennifer Autry, Hit the Spot Catering. We'll make sure we have all of her information in the comments. And thank you, Jennifer, so much, and we will see you the next time around.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, Rebecca. Oh my goodness.
Girl, these
She
wings.
just made me
Get this
hungry.
phone from away from me.
Yeah. She made me
Y'all,
hungry.
her wings are so
She
good.
made me hungry.
Jesus.
Yes. And our next guest is going to be coming up in just a minute. And that is Reggie Blanks. And we met Reggie way back in 2022.
Ooh.
Because he did all of my promotional information for the campaign.
Okay.
Yes. And
Reggie, I apologize in advance because a lot of that was me stressing Crystal out. So.
and he should pop up there in a second. But let me tell you what Reggie's got going on. And I heard about this probably I'm going to say maybe about 6 months ago. And Reggie and his wife have a stage play that they wrote, produced, and directed.
Oh, wow.
And here he is. There he is. There's Mr. Reginald Blanks right there. Hey, Reggie.
Hi, Reggie.
Let's give him
How y'all doing?
That's the applause track. Reggie, listen, we know you had to pull out all the stops to be here with us tonight. But
Yes,
I was telling just a minute ago a little bit about how I met you, and I met you from when you were in the graphic design business.
Yes, ma'am.
And one thing that I noticed was that you had a lot of different talents and irons in the fire even then. But when I saw you say that I am leaving graphic design and I am going to step out on faith and do some things that are really in my heart right now, I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And you and your wife Candace decided to write, produce, and direct the play. How can I lead if she won't follow? Reggie, tell us a little bit about this play and where did the genesis of the play come from?
Most definitely. So I still have my print and graphic company. I still do graphics.
Okay. And he's awesome.
Oh, I know,
awesome.
I know. I've approved his work several times.
Thank you. But on the book, I mean, the play actually came from my book. How can I leave if she doesn't want to follow? Came from my book. I actually wrote a book maybe about 3 years ago, and my wife actually. It's something about when you give a woman something, she can give birth to it. So I was able to give her that play by writing the book. But one thing I say about it, if I never wrote the book, then the play would have never came to fruition. And when I was writing the book, actually, I didn't feel like I was actually worthy to write the book because of some of the things that was going on in my life. Right. But one thing God says, we are worthy. So I mean, I wrote the book, and the rest is history. So my wife was able to produce the play by me being obedient to God.
Well, Reggie, let me ask you this: are you a Houston native?
I am. Yes, ma'am. From the north side of Houston.
Okay, what school did you go to?
So you talking about high schools or just all?
High school. Did he freeze?
I think he froze.
Oh, well, Reggie will pop back on probably in a second. I think he froze a little bit. I think, yeah, we're still moving, but Reggie froze. But when he comes back on, it's always really, really great to see people who were born and raised here in Houston,
right, come back
and who choose to stay here in Houston to really, go out on a limb and spread their wings. And this stage play is. Let me see if I think I may need to take him out and let him come back in.
Yeah.
Let me do that. Let me do that. But to see people who were born and raised here decide to stay here and really develop their talent and develop their their can you hear
Their
us now,
craft.
Reggie?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear y'all.
Okay, yeah, we froze there for a minute. But listen, what high school did you go to here in Houston?
I actually went to Forest Brook and then I transferred to Humble
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
last
Now,
year.
have you always been into theater and acting, or was this something that it just kind of was, like you said, a natural progression of what you were doing in your life?
So actually, my wife is an actor, so that's how we actually produced came up with the stage play. She actually is an actor in the Houston area, and she do movies and different things like that. So she just came together and wrote the play. And the first time we did it, it was about it didn't go well. So we just kind of
Oh, he froze again. Reggie froze again. Let's see.
And you think maybe it's somewhere in his house?
It may be.
Maybe.
It just may be. His internet may just be giving him a little bit of. I'm gonna let him come back in. Okay, but anyway, his stage play. How can I lead if she doesn't want to follow? I am. This is an encore presentation. So this is something that he decided to do back in the summer, and it was such a huge hit
Success.
and success that
Wow.
he decided to go ahead and come back around. People, requested it, but in order to get a huge ensemble together like that, because this ensemble was grand, and
Did you see the play?
no, I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it,
Okay.
but when I saw the flyer for the play, there are a lot of characters in the play. I saw some clips from the play, and good. There's Reggie again. Before the Wi-Fi does something weird, Reggie, give us a little bit about the backstory of the play.
Oh,
How
the
can
back
if she doesn't want to follow? Yes.
the backstory actually came. I actually been married before I went through a divorce,
Hmm.
and after I got married, I told my wife, and I said divorce is not going to be an option this time. So I got my life together, and we just been doing it. It's something about when the wife and the husband come together, they unstoppable. But like
That's
I said, I wrote the book first, and then my wife pivoted off the book, and then she wrote the stage play. Basically, a little bit about the book. The book is basically for the man in a sense
okay.
because sometimes we feel like a woman can't follow, but it's really on the man because we have to get before God. A woman will follow if you give her goals and a vision. So it's all about giving a woman a vision. So I talk about a lot of that in my book. And the stage play is awesome. A lot of people came to it last time, and then men came up to my wife and told them that they want to treat their wives better. But
Yeah.
it's an awesome play. You guys gotta come out and see it December 1st.
Yes. And you all first produced the play. Was it back in the summer when I first did?
Yeah, it was like back in the summer. So we it did so well that people wanted us to bring it back. So we doing it December 1st.
Yes, that's what I was telling Rebecca. Now, your December the 1st show, is that the only show that's on the books for right now? Or are you guys considering some other dates?
In Houston, it's gonna probably be the last time we do it for a while because we're gonna tour to Dallas and then we're gonna go to different cities and tour. So
That's awesome.
if you went to the first play, you know it's gonna be a part two. So the part two is gonna be how can I follow if he doesn't want to leave? So it's playing off the word. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be very powerful.
So when is your show in Dallas?
We haven't got the dates yet.
Okay. Now, is this a show, Reggie, that you would recommend if someone would you recommend this play for someone for single people? Can single people learn something from this play too?
Most definitely, it's a play for the whole family. With singles, I mean, you definitely want to know what it takes when you get married. So this is definitely going to give you a roadmap on what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Also, it got some very powerful messages in there for singles, for kids. Talking about sex before marriage is a sin. It's just a powerful play for the whole family.
Okay, okay, and so it is okay to bring the family out to see it.
Most definitely, everybody's welcome to come out. We say 12 and older.
Because of the subject matters.
Right
Yeah.
Okay.
now, Reggie, let me ask you this. I know the play is going to take place at the Stafford Civic Center. Is
Yes,
that
ma'am.
okay? And Tell us the dates again and the time that it's taking place, and if there are still tickets available.
Most definitely, there's still some tickets available. You definitely want to get your tickets ASAP. We still have a few tickets available, but it's going to be at the Stafford Civic Center. The time of the show is going to be doors open at 4 o'clock. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you're fine.
Doors open up at 4 o'clock. Then it starts at 5 o'clock. Also, if you get VIP tickets, which is $60, you
Mhm.
want to get there at 3 o'clock because we're gonna have a red carpet experience. You'll get to meet all the characters. You'll
Okay. Oh, he froze. He froze.
Bring
No, no,
him
no.
in, bring him out.
I'm gonna bring him back in. Okay, let's see. I am going to let him come back in. Okay, Reggie will be back in a second, but I really did want to ask him about seats being available, because to me, the more people know about performances like this, and especially performances by local people
Mm-hmm.
who are they have walked in the shoes of a lot of other local people,
Right.
and they know where people are coming from, and this is something that there's Reggie again. There's Reggie. But Reggie, what's really special about this is that you all are a local couple. So you've experienced some of the same things that your guests who'll be coming out in the audience, who'll be coming out to see the play, have experienced. And that's a similar touch points are important for people to be able to feel that they can connect to the actors, to the characters in the show.
yes, ma'am.
And I saw that now, just the clip that I saw there had to be in this one clip, there was a guy, he reminded me so much of the guy who played, do you remember that show? Rebecca's probably too young, but do you remember that show, Reggie, called Rock?
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember Rock.
Yeah, and I thought it was him at first. That wasn't him, was it?
No, that wasn't him.
It
He
looked
was
just like him. It looked just like him, but he had the same cadence to his voice. I thought, I mean, the acting was so good. I thought it was him.
Oh wow.
Yes, and there had to be, a lot of times you see plays, and when you get there, there are a lot of, it's just maybe one or two guys in the play, and mostly, women doing funny things and people, laughing. But this guy was touching on some really really serious, poignant things that he was talking to the other men about, having to make the other men have some accountability for themselves, and I love the way that that was done. So, did Candace wrote this play herself? Did you? Was it a collaborative effort? Is he frozen again? Oh, Reggie, no. Oh man. Okay. Well, maybe he heard my question, so I'm gonna let him come back in, and I'm gonna ask him if that was a collaborative effort. He may be on a phone, so maybe when calls
Mm-hmm.
come through, but I believe that he and his wife Candace, it was a labor of love from the two of them together. And okay, Reggie, before we lose you again, can you hear me? Okay, yeah, I saw him
Yeah.
there. Okay,
We have some difficulties, internet difficulties in our neighborhood. So
that's
that's
okay.
what's going
That's
on.
okay. But listen, before it goes out again, I just want to make sure that that uh, that we again, you need to give us some contact information for people to be able to reach out to you and to buy tickets. Is there a website that they would go to? Are you doing it via social media? The flyer that you gave me, I know that there's a QR code on there. And when we reproduce this particular segment, I'm going to have to reproduce it because we did have some technical things, but I'll make sure we put that flyer in there. And we'll put the flyer also and with the QR code in the comments. But if people want to reach out to you, how would they go about doing that to get tickets to the play?
So they can go to Eventbrite and they can get tickets on there. We actually have a code for Black Friday where you can put in February 2024 and get $10 off. So the tickets will be $25. So that's you want to take advantage. VIP is $60, but general admission is 25 if you put in that access code.
Okay. From Team Blanks, is there anything else on the horizon that we need to be looking out for? Any more plays coming along?
Yeah, we're gonna actually do a lot of more stage plays for us families, geared for teens, and pretty
Yeah.
much just make an impact in the community.
Okay. And if people are actors or performers and they would like to reach out to your team, do you all audition? Do you go with people that you know, or do you audition new people for the characters that are in your plays?
Yeah, we actually did an audition not too long ago, so we got a lot of new characters that's gonna be in part two. Also,
Oh,
we're gonna be doing some more auditions for men. We need some more men also to audition. So we're gonna be putting that information out real soon. If you go to my page, Reginald Blanks at Facebook, you can find out more information, and also Candace Blanks on Facebook, you'll find out more information as well.
okay, and we'll make sure that we get that in there, Reggie. But listen, it's exactly 7:30, and we're gonna have to jump off of here. But I want to thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. We're gonna go ahead and make sure that we get your clips and your photos that you sent embedded into this, and we'll make sure we go ahead and get that up ASAP because we're talking about Sunday.
Yeah, we actually want to donate 2 tickets to a married couple, or serious dating couple that would like to come to the play. Just inbox me, and I got 2 tickets. I'm gonna give away.
That is awesome.
That's
Well, Reginald
awesome.
Blanks, thank you so much for coming on and sharing this with us. And we usually get our hits usually come in after the podcast. We were surprised last week we got 5,000 hits after the podcast.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but thank you so much for coming on, and we just want to congratulate you again. We are so proud of you being a Houston native, playwright, author, producer, Candace, and a family doing this as a family. That means so much.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
means so much.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I hope to see y'all at the play as well.
Well, we sure are going to try to make it there. Thank you so much, Reginald.
Okay, no problem. Bye
Okay,
bye.
see you later. Okay, Rebecca. Let me tell you, there's a lot going on this weekend between um, hit the spot and then Reginald. We can eat and then go be entertained and and then go home probably and go to sleep because there will be not too
Poop
good after that.
out. Poop
Absolutely.
out.
But listen, my Facebook family, thank you for your patience. You see, and I hate that you have to see me like this, but I didn't even get to put on any makeup today. I only have on some lipstick. I apologize for that.
TMI.
I apologize for that, but
TMI.
I'm sorry. I have to acknowledge that. But listen, guys, thank you so much for everything that we um, for tuning in and being patient with us for coming on late. But Rebecca, like we say every week,